Hello friends, again we are with a new problem. Week 2 September. This is the problem, medium problem, shifting letters. So let's understand this problem. So we have a string S and this string contain only the lowercase English letters and there are array of integers and the size of this string and the size of this array both are same and there is a lot of things what we have to do in this problem. So let's understand that problem with the help of a case, base case. So this is the problem. So let's suppose we have a string s and we have a shift, and this is the array that we have. Now this problem says for each and every character in the string we have to do shifts, and the amount of shift is given by this array. So let me first take give the indexing to this string and this array, which is 0, 1 and 2. So the problem is like that at the 0th position we have the a character, and at the 0th position of shift array we have 3 as a value. So for this a we have to do 3 shifts. It means the b, c and d. So after making this a shifted by 3, it becomes d. That is fine, right? And after that we have b. Now there is a twist in this problem, and for b we have 5. Now we have to make 5 shifts in this b as well as in this d. So when we are at some index, we have to make shifts to its remaining index as well. As we are in the second index, so we have to make shifts to the 0th as well as the first index. So when we make in 5 shifts to b, so it is c, d, e, f, g. So after this it becomes g. But if we make 5 shifts to d, it becomes e, f, g, h, i. So this thing become I. Now for the second index we have C, and we have to make how many shifts? We have to make 9 shifts. But same as that, we have to make 9 shifts there, and we have to make 9 shifts there as well. So C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So it becomes L. And if we make 9 shifts to this, so it is H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. It becomes P. And for I, it is J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. So it becomes R. So at last, whatever the string we have, this is our output, which is the R, P and L. See this, RPL is the output. So how we can approach this problem? So as you can see, this is not a very difficult problem, but we have to understand something from this. What are those things? Let's just understand it. So let me rub this. Okay. Uh, okay. So as you can see here, for any any index we have to apply all these shifts. That means if we are at first index, for that index character we have to do 0 to 1, all these shifts submission, right? When we are at first position, for this 0, how many shifts we have to do? We have to do 3 plus 5, which is 8. But for the 0th index character, we have to make total 3 plus 5 plus 9 shifts. And for 1, we have to make 5 plus 9 shifts. And for the last character, which is C, for that we have to do only 9 shifts. So first of all, we can create the shift array, which actually tells us how many shifts we have to do. So for that, what we can do, we can simply work from the first index, and for the first index, see, for the last index the value remains the same. So for this C we have to make 9 shifts. For the first index we have to make whatever the value of first index and whatever the value above it, which is 5, and there is 9, and 5 plus 9 is 14. So for the first index character we have to make 14 shifts, and at the 0th position we have to do 14 plus 3. So there are total 17 shifts for 0. Now how we can solve this? There is one more important thing later in the problem. Let's suppose if we are at Z, and if we make, let's suppose, 2 shifts after this. So after Z we again come to the A and then B. So after Z, if there is any shift, we move to A and then again check it. So from there we can say there is some cycle of thing, there is some cycle stuff, right? Because if we are at position A and if we add something 26 in it, so there are 26 alphabets in English there are 26 character in English alphabets, right? So if we add 26 to it, it will again come to this position, right? And if we add, let's suppose, 30 to it, so it will come to A, and after that we make 4 more shifts, right? So from there we can say if we have some shift, let's suppose if our character is A, if our character is A and we have to make some shifts, then how we can do it? Then how we can do it? So let's suppose for A, if there is 305 shifts, let's suppose something like that, then how we can do this? The simple thing that come to mind is normalization. Normalization means we have to normalize this number in such a way that we come to know that after how many rounds we come to a position, so that we can understand how many shifts we needed. If you don't get it, understand, let's suppose you have 28 as your shift value. So as we know, after 26 shift, we reach to the same position, right? Because after 26 shift, we move for each character and then we reach after that. And after that, how many characters that we have to travel is 26 plus 2. So we have to add only 2 characters in it. Okay. If you don't get it, understand in this cycle way that we create cycle, and at some position we have to stop, and the remaining things we have to add in it, right? If you don't get it, please see the code, and from the code you get it definitely, right? So this is the code, which is very pretty simple. So we are creating an answer array where we store our answer, and then this is the length. So what we did here, we are creating our shift array where we are working from the second last element in the reverse fashion and creating shifts here. After that, what we will do, we will find the index. In what way we will find the index? See, let's suppose we are at some character and the odd function is actually used for the ASCII value. In Python, for a, let me change the color. Uh, okay. So in Python, for a, the ASCII value is 97, and for z, the ASCII value is 122. So whatever the odd means, whatever the ASCII value of the string on which we are, okay, we we subtract minus 97 from it, so that we assure that we are at the starting point. Okay, so we are at the starting point, and after that how many shifts we have to make, we just add it. And this 26 modulo tells us that what actually 26 means. There are 26 characters in English alphabet, so we have to normalize it according to this 26, and we come to know that how many actually shifts we have to make. So from this new index, we are getting the actual shifts. Like there are three shifts from A position, or from any position. There are four shifts. So this thing come from next index. And after that, we know in Python the sky value of A is 97. So we are just adding 97, so that it means we are at the starting position, and whatever the shifts we have to make, we just add it, and this character function is used to create the character from the sky value. After getting all these things, everything is stored in the answer uh, array, and we are using the join function. This join function iterates through this answer variable, answer array, and join all the elements within the answer array with the help of a separated space, and that's how we return it. So let submit that and see is that working or not, and it is working. Thank you friends, bye bye.